After India's parliament was attacked in 2001 by Pakistan-sponsored terror group Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed in the year 2001, Indian political leadership decided to respond with a major military build-up along the line of control, the de facto India-Pakistan border. The troop build-up was officially called Operation Parakram and was carried out by the Indian Army. However, Operation Parakram did not lead to any significant strategic gains. The slow pace of troop build-up is to be blamed for its perceived failure. It took 3 weeks for the Indian Army to move 5 lakh troops and 3 armored divisions and strike corps to the LOC. Now, if a military force takes so much time to mobilize its troops, then it can't carry out any blitzkrieg-style operations regardless of its capabilities. Fast forward to 2021, we are looking at multi-domain warfare involving all 3 conventional wings of the military services, along with evolving domains like cyberspace warfare and space warfare. Integrated theater commands are thus the answer to interoperability and faster mobilization. Hi and welcome. You're watching TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Tribhuvan, and in this video, I will tell you how India's Integrated Theatre Command will quadruple India's strength in the event of a war. Let's begin. The Indian Armed Forces are ready for a major transformation. Issues like inter-service rivalry and lack of synergy in 3 military services are going to become an issue of the past. India has started the actual groundwork for creating 4 integrated theatre commands: an integrated maritime theatre command, an air defense command, and 2 land-based commands on the eastern front and western front are to be created. The resources of the 3 services will be pooled in each integrated theatre command to make a theatre command self-sufficient in engaging and fighting the adversary. Each theatre command is to be led by a 3-star general to streamline the command structure. Ultimately, there will be a complete theaterization of Indian Armed Forces and single service commands will be phased out. So you might wonder why the integration of 3 military services is such great news. Well, there are many advantages directly related to unifying the command structure. The future wars, hybrid conflicts, and military challenges that India will face will be remarkably different from the ones that India faced during its military campaigns in 1970s or the 1980s, or even during the Kargil War in 1999. Military forces are moving from raising asset-based forces to capability-based forces. The focus of all modern militaries is to overwhelm the adversary with swift actions involving all elements of military firepower. This is being described as multi-domain warfare. Kimberly Ponders, head of business development at Lockheed Martin's C4 ISR division, said, "Multi-domain operations allows the warfighter to act and react to changing situations by using all domains, air, land, sea, space, and cyber, to present dilemmas to an adversary at an overwhelming pace. With single service commands, such multi-domain operations become impracticable. Coordinating at every stage of a fast-moving military conflict is not possible for 2 or 3 different military services functioning under different commands. Even during the Kargil War, the Indian Army launched Operation Vijay to beat back the Pakistan Army, whereas the Indian Air Force launched a different operation codenamed Operation Safed Sagar. In the 1990s, different operations in the same war may have been manageable. However, India needs integrated theatre commands to ensure that a single operation with cohesion in all military forces is carried out in future military actions to reap the advantages of the multi-domain warfare concept. A minute can determine the result of the battle, an hour the result of the campaign, and a day the fate of the empires. So, when it comes to military actions, agility and speed do matter a lot. When you have a single general commanding all the elements of warfare that get devoted to the integrated theatre command, the number of orders and stages of command get reduced drastically. After Russia created joint strategic commands, it reduced the stages through which orders passed in the military command chain from 16 to 5. If India has to carry out Operation Parakram-like action in the future, an integrated theatre command will lead to much quicker mobilization because a single commander will be able to instruct all military elements with a single order. In a military action, all three conventional services of the armed forces become equally important. Hence, coordination and synergy are indispensable. But year of working in silos has undermined the spirit of synergy and jointness. In June, this lack of coordination was on display when the Indian Navy and aircraft of the Indian Air Force exercised with the USS Ronald Reagan Carrier Strike Group of India's Thiruvananthapuram. The press release issued later, however, suggested that the exercise was between the Indian Air Force and the US Navy, and the Indian Navy wasn't mentioned. Such lack of coordination, of course, leads to bad PR. However, with theaterization, we can expect much more cohesion and coordination between the three forces. In the 21st century, the biggest conundrum facing the Indian military is a two-front war situation involving military action against China as well as Pakistan. With two land-based theatre commands, one for the Western Front and one for the Eastern Front, India hopes to tackle such a war situation appropriately. There may be an issue of resources, but the formation of integrated theatre commands will also lead to a lot of clarity. At the end of the day, all three military services will be able to truly assess the quality and quantity of resources and military equipment they need to acquire for meeting India's security need. With theaterization, India is thus looking to leapfrog into a new era of warfare to meet its contemporary security needs.